What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today we've got the unboxing and kind of streetwear fashion haul for this month. And we've clearly got a lot of things here, some of which were sent from companies, some of which I bought myself to check out for a little bit, maybe some summer clothes, some gear upgrades. So I'm overall pretty excited about this episode, and I hope you guys are too. And as always, if you guys want to win one thing from this video, just make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and comment your favorite item down below, and I'll pick a winner when this video hits 3,000 likes. Just taking a look at what we got this month, we have quite a few new audio products from LG. We also got Apple's new MacBook, the Microsoft Surface Go, some weird pair of sweatpants, some new audio products, some shoes from Nike and Off-White, the new Sonos bar, and also something a little bit different, such as some home decor, which are candles. A lot of the things that you see me unbox in these episodes are also going to be fully reviewed on the channel, so if you have any questions of them in particular, drop them down below. So the first product that we have today is something that I've been really excited for a long time now, and that is the Microsoft Surface Go. And the reason why I'm so excited about it is because it comes in at a budget price point, and especially in the back to school season, this will definitely be a great competitor to Apple's iPad, for example. So on paper, the specs on the Surface Go is an Intel Pentium Gold processor, 128 gigs of storage paired with 8 gigs of RAM. So it isn't the most powerful thing on the market, but at its price point, it's able to really serve as a main machine for a lot of people who are both in the commercial and educational field. It runs Windows 10 Pro, and we also have the Alcantara cover in the blue color, but let's just go ahead and check out the Surface Go first here. It's really my first time seeing it, and I'm definitely going to be doing a full review of this soon, so stay tuned for that. Just opening it up here. Here is the Surface Go itself. As you can see, it's very small and super light. It's actually a lot lighter than I expected. So let's just take this off here. Plastic cover. And there it is. So it kind of looks a lot like a mini Surface Pro, and the back has kind of that nice silver finish to it with a nice durable kickstand. There's a Microsoft logo, and on the side you have your volume rockers, the power, and on the bottom you have your USB-C as well as a charging slot, headphone jack, and stuff like that. So let's just take a look at what else is in the box here. There's probably just the manual right here, which we're not going to look at the moment. And lastly, you also have the charger, which I'm not sure where we're supposed to get it out from, but there we go. So this is the charging brick for the Microsoft Surface Go, and I think it's actually going to be something that will sell very well. I'm excited to test it out and give you guys my full review, but let's go ahead and set everything aside here and take a look at the keyboard as well. This is, once again, very similar to what you will find on the Surface Pro line and also the Surface laptop with the Alcantara finish. And where are we supposed to open this from? I think we're supposed to, right there. There's a tab. Peel it off here. Okay, so that is the keyboard itself. It has that nice soft finish to it. Now let's just attach it to the Surface Go here. So as soon as you put up the kickstand like that, you've got yourself kind of like an iPad looking setup that is small, portable, and still has Windows 10 Pro installed, as well as a full-size keyboard that, from first impressions, looks pretty comfortable to type on. It is at like a nice size, the keys are nicely spaced out, and you can also kind of fold it up a little, and this makes it great both for multimedia, doing notes, emails, and just general things that aren't too intensive, but you have your everyday tasks covered. So the next thing that we have here is my first shoe pickup for the month, and this is probably what I was the most excited for, but to be totally honest with you, when I got them and tried them on for the first time, they're much uglier than I expected. This is the Off-White Presto in the white color, the Nike collab with Virgil Abloh. By now you might know the 10-pack, and these are just some of the extra colors that they recently made. So I ended up getting this in a size 8. I'm normally a true size 8.5. But let's just open this up here and take a look at the shoe itself. Here's the white color. I'm just going to set it in front of this for you guys to see. And there is also a couple pair of laces that were included, including the yellow, but I think I'm probably just going to stick to the white one if I do decide to wear them. But just take a look at the Off-White Prestos themselves. I think from the side, it's actually a pretty good looking shoe. I haven't actually had a pair of Prestos before, but these are a very light shoe that is comfortable to wear for athletics or just every day. And although white gets dirty pretty easily, this is definitely one of my more favorite colorways because the original colorway is just way too expensive for what I'd want to pay for a shoe like this that I'm probably going to be wearing a lot. One thing that I really don't like about it is from the front, it is just so ugly. It looks like duck feet, looks like Crocs. I don't even know how to describe it. It just looks really wide and weird. So if this had more of a narrowed and tapered look to it instead of this like weird flare here, I think from the side, it's a really good looking shoe. And I like the distressed look, the unfinished look, the air text, and on the inside, of course, you do have the classic thing that we found on the entire 10-pack. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with this, but my feelings right now are kind of mixed. Moving on, probably the most useful pickup for the month was the MacBook Pro 15-inch with Touch Bar for 2018, and this is the i9 model with 32 gigs of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage. So I did kind of go maxed out on this model because I did have the 2017, and ever since I switched to the Canon 1DX2 with all of these massive files, I ran out of storage extremely fast, both internally and externally, but most importantly, I started getting some lag in my footage when I was trying to chop it and edit it. So I decided to upgrade to the computer and see if I liked it, whether or not there was any improvements in the performance, and if there wasn't, I was probably just gonna return it and maybe try out the iMac Pro, the baseline model. But after having this computer for a little bit and trying it out with my footage, I actually found that there was a bit of an improvement. And although this is very expensive, I was able to sell my previous computer. So inside the box, there really isn't anything too surprising. There's your laptop itself, there's the power cable, and in terms of design, it's exactly the same as last year. But stay tuned for my full review of this computer, because I know a lot of people have been wondering whether or not the thermal throttling was an issue, whether the computer is performing, and most importantly, whether it's worth the money or upgrading from a previous generation. If you guys want to learn more about any of the products I featured in this video, as well as ones from other tech YouTubers that you may watch, a site that I recently started working with is Unbox.tv. You're able to learn more about the products in depth that you might want to purchase in this video to help assist with your buying decisions. And from there, you're one click away from retailers such as Amazon, Best Buy, and B&H. And I think what I like most about it is that it just kind of organizes all of the products in a very visually appealing way to easily figure out what you're looking for. My personal page is going to be updated live every time I drop a new unboxing video, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I'm going to leave a link to that down below. So the next product that I have here is a Sonos Beam, and this is a product that I've been really excited about for quite a long time because I personally have a lot of Sonos speakers, the Sonos Play 1, the Play 3, as well as the Sonos Play Bar, and this is something that is a successor, I believe, to the Play Bar, or a bit of a different product. It's smaller in size for sure, but it does connect to your TV as well as stream with all of your other Sonos systems if you want it to. But what's new about this is that there is personal assistant, which is something that we first saw on the Sonos One. It easily pairs with your TV and remote, has Amazon Alexa voice control, and it is also Apple AirPlay 2 compatible with iOS devices. But let's just go ahead and take a look at what's inside here, because it is definitely smaller in size compared to my current Sonos Play Bar. Slide this out here. That's how the box opens. So we have the bar itself, as well as the power cable right here. So just a couple units right there, which isn't too important, I guess. Just set this back up here. But this is like my first time seeing it, and I have to say it's much smaller than I expected. When I first saw it in photos, I was expecting it to take up the same amount of space as the one I currently have, but here it is. It looks very simple, and if you guys didn't notice by now, the Sonos logo is the same both in the bottom or up configuration. You've also got the button right here for the voice assistant, the play pause. They're all touch capacitive in a way, which I personally am not as big of a fan of. I do like the physical buttons on the original Sonoses. And on the back, you have your power, Ethernet, pair button, I think, and your HDMI. So this is a Sonos Beam. It retails for $499, and I'm also going to talk about it a bit more in my updated apartment tech video. So the next few things that I have here is something that LG just sent over to test out. They're not sponsoring me or anything, but I am kind of curious because I have never tried an LG speaker. So the first one that I have here is the Thin Q, and it does have Google Assistant built in, and they've teamed up with Meridian Technologies to bring you the best sound quality, and based on its size, I think it will be a pretty loud speaker. It is 30 watts, but let's just take a look at what is inside the box here. So there you have it. The design is very simple, and on the top you just have your button as well as the Google Assistant logo, the volume controls, which are touch capacitive, along with the play pause. But this speaker itself is pretty big. It looks really solid. It has that 360-degree design. So I think when it comes to using it as a home speaker, it can definitely fill a room really nicely. Home speaker. So the next product that we have here is extremely large, and I'm already sweating just from looking at it. The LG 38-inch ultra-wide monitor, and you probably can't see my face anymore. Figure out how to open this thing here. Can you help me out with this? Kind of dismantled the office for that. Before I'm gonna go home and set it up in the office space and show you guys kind of just what the thing looks like in general, because we clearly don't have enough space to The next pair of shoes that I picked up for this month is the Travis Scott Air Force Ones, and a huge thanks to my local store Complex, where I get all of my clothing a lot of the times. And they had it in a size 7.5. I decided to go down on size because the Air Force One is a big looking shoe, and being someone who isn't that tall, when I had the size 8, it looked really big. So this was a pair of shoes that originally I really didn't like. I didn't like the white one that first came out, but when I saw the tan one that kind of has like the gum sole and the silver check, I actually think it looks pretty cool, and I'm probably going to be taking a lot off like the patch and this stuff on the front and probably not using any of the other swooshes, but I think it's a simple pair of shoes that is still kind of hype. The Travis Scott Air Force Ones is a pretty clean colorway, especially for the summer, even though it's almost over. One thing I noticed about my other pair of Air Force Ones is that it creased really easily, and the good thing about this is that it is fabric, so I don't think it'll crease as easily, and the shoe itself, just, I don't know, it looks really clean and simple, and for the most part I like that because that makes a shoe very wearable. And on the inside it just says Travis Scott, and you've got the red insole, which unfortunately is not removable because I do have wide feet, and although 7.5 in this shoe is my size, it does fit a little bit snug on me, so I would have liked to have been able to take out the insole easily. Moving on, we got some things from Rode this month, and this is the Rode NTG3 as well as the Procaster microphone. And as you guys might know, I am always trying to improve the video quality and audio quality, and audio is something that I've definitely overlooked quite a bit over the years. And I've personally been using Rode's voiceover microphones for a while now, the NT1 kit, but I've heard some great things about the Procaster, so I wanted to give it a try and take a look at what it was all about. And this is the broadcast quality dynamic microphone. So just opening up the box here, we have the mic itself, and it does have like a nice weight to it, but this mic is way bigger than I expected. And there you have it. It's got that nice gunmetal look to it in the black, and Rode always does an incredible job in terms of build quality on everything they make. So I'll definitely be using this microphone and testing it out, and also letting you guys know when I'm using it. There's also a nice leather case that is included, as well as a stand for it. But yeah, this is the Rode Broadcaster, and let's take a look at the NTG3, which is something that I'm also really excited to check out. But here's a really quick sound test of the Rode Procaster microphone, and I don't know, I might be doing a podcast sometime. I've been kind of thinking about it. So if you guys want to see something like that, make sure you leave a comment down below, or even make some music. I mean, I'm completely joking about that one, but who knows? Seems like every YouTuber nowadays is doing that. So the Rode NTG3 is a precision broadcast grade shotgun microphone, and Rode has always been pretty well known for having a nice line of microphones for different uses, and this is one of the microphones that I've wanted to try out for a while, but I actually haven't had a chance to until now. So it actually comes in 2 different colors, including silver and black, and it is pretty easy to carry around in terms of size. And the way that this is set up is that you're supposed to put it overhead and have the bottom of the microphone facing the subject as to where the audio is going to come from. So you can either have it in front of you like this, or above you like this, downward firing to pick up, which is normally what I do. There's also a nice windscreen that is included, and for the most part I don't really find myself using this because I film indoors a lot of the times. But what's also nice to see is a metal carry case. So a lot of times I admittedly do just throw things in the bag without having a case or anything, so this is able to have your microphone store inside that is nicely padded and safe, that is nice industrial grade. So if you want to go with the microphone and just throw it in your gear bag loosely, you can just have it in here and you know it's going to be safe at all times, and I think it's just great that Rode includes everything. Another clothing pickup that I made this month, which is probably the stupidest thing out of everything lately, is a set of sweatpants from Burberry. So I saw these a couple months back on some streetwear guys on Instagram, and I thought it looked pretty cool. It's something that I like to wear a lot. I wear pretty casual clothes, sweatpants, sweatshirts, and stuff like that. So when I first saw this, I was like, that's pretty cool, and I spent like the next 5 months waiting for them to have it in a double XS, and when it came, it was still huge. This is super oversized, so I'm still trying to decide if I want to keep it or not, or get it alterated. But aside from just having the embroidered Burberry logo on the bottom, it's a normal pair of sweatpants with a cuff on the bottom here. So if you want to wear it with like a pair of Air Force Ones or Prestos for a nice casual fit, if you want to look like you just woke up and haven't left the house for the whole day, then this is a good pair of pants to wear, especially if you want to waste a lot of money. Funny enough, even though it says made in Italy, the tab on the top literally fell off as soon as I took it out of the box, so I think as of now, I'm most likely going to return this. Something else that you guys probably don't see me wear a lot is t-shirts. I like to wear hoodies, I like to wear sweatshirts, and one reason is because I live in Canada. I also like that they just have like that nice baggy feel to it, But I went to New York last week and it was hot as fuck, so I needed a t-shirt. I grabbed 2 of them recently, and I've been really liking the Stone Island fit. I think as someone who doesn't really like to wear something too tight, this is a shirt in size large, and normally I'm a size small or medium, but this actually fits really nicely, as you guys can see in this photo, and I got it in the white patch and the black patch. The quality's decent, I guess, but it is just a plain white t-shirt, and I like to just keep things simple as always. Pair this up with like a pair of Reigning Champ pants and some Vans. You've got yourself a pretty simple summer fit. So the next 2 speakers that we have here are pretty much the same technology at core of the home speaker, but they are made for portable use. They come in 2 different sizes, including of course a smaller and the larger one, and they are both also powered by Meridian Technologies. This one right here has dual tweeters and passive radiators, where the smaller one just has 2 passive radiators, and this has 18 hours of battery life at max, and this has 22 hours. There's also 4 different EQ modes and high quality streaming, and they are both IPX5 rated, so you can take this out to the pool and not have to worry about splashes and stuff. So I'm just gonna set one of these aside and we're gonna take a look at the smaller one. And I think it's really nice to see nowadays that companies are starting to team up more with other companies that are specialized in their field, such as Meridian Technologies in audio, paired up with LG's design and technologies. So let's just take this out here. And there we go. There's also the power cable, which once again, I don't think we really have to take a look at. So here's the speaker itself, and it has a really unique design that is, I think, very durable. So if you want to set this aside in different angles, you want to have it standing up or sitting on its side, it overall works very well, and I think this is one of those that you're going to take on the go for a road trip, for example. And on the top, you have your battery indicator, your power, Bluetooth, volume, your play pause, as well as the voice assistant, clear vocal, and bass enhancer based on your audio settings. And the way it charges is via USB Type-C, which is always nice to see. And there's also the 3.5mm for input, and your bass kind of radiates out of the end. Next up, as you guys might know by now, I'm not really big on home decor, and it's not because I don't like to decorate my apartment, it's just because I don't really know what to buy and what to mix together. But one thing I've had my eye on for quite a while are some nice candles for the apartment, and even though I didn't really used to care about candles at all, after seeing some friends have it and the way these jars look as an aesthetic thing in the apartment, I decided to finally pick some up. I had to drive to like Vancouver to buy them because Victoria has no retailers, but these are some candles from Diptyque. I'm not sure if a lot of you guys know about this brand or not, but it is a company from Paris that makes these candles, and I'm only gonna open like 1 or 2 of them because it's like literally the same thing. But I got them in I think they have like a lot of different scents, so I just go to the store and see which one is your favorite. But I think the most popular ones from what I heard are the Feu de Bois, don't know if I pronounced that properly, and there's also one called the Baise. No idea what the hell that means, but this one has like the nice matte black jar, so for a living room item, that's gonna be great. I'm probably not gonna be lighting these candles up too much because I'm probably gonna forget to blow them out and it's gonna burn the entire place down, but just open this up here and take a look at what this looks like. Got that nice plastic sound. Just lifting this up here, you've got the candle itself, and that's it. So you just have like kind of the shape of it, and the candle is like nice and fresh, has never been burnt before. So just the matte black look I think will look really good in the kitchen or the living room, and I also grabbed some smaller ones as well. But yeah, as always, if you guys have any like suggestions for apartment decor when it comes to art, I've seen a lot of hotels have great art, but I didn't remember to figure out what it was. I really do need some decorations for the place because it just doesn't really feel like home yet, even though I've lived there for about a year. So this is what the other ones look like. It's just got the sticker on the front and the candle inside. It smells really, really good. But I'm excited to put these in the apartment, and I'll probably let you guys know what I think of them in the updated apartment tour. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, if you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like if you guys want to see more of them, and I'll see you all in the next one.